This is how I'm almost completely out of my shell and how I'm becoming immune to rejection. Better eye contact when I speak with people. Just have better communication skills overall. As somebody who used to be extremely introverted, social anxiety to the point where when I'm looking at people, this is what I look like. Yeah, and then I just don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, or just not looking at all or looking down, just not making any eye contact and speaking really low. I speak a lot better than I used to, and we're going to get into why all that is. So hi, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. Today I'm going to be telling you guys how I am improving my social skills and being able to take rejection a lot easier. So let's give you guys some backstory. I used to be so anxious. I've said in my other videos also how I used to be unable to speak to my family members. Like anybody that I'm talking to was just really difficult to have a conversation. And eye contact was really bad. I was really bad with my eye contact, and I didn't realize it until what I'm about to tell you. But yeah, my eye contact was really bad. I wasn't able to speak clear enough. I felt embarrassed to say a lot of different things, so I couldn't speak my thoughts clearly. And even right now, if you look at the previous video that I have, a few videos back of me talking about my social anxiety, I'm not really looking at the camera that much. Right now, I'm trying to look at the camera as much as I can because I know that this is something that matters and this is something that will make you personable or not. But let's get into the tips. So number one, I put myself up to be rejected. So I actually got a job in sales, which is an area where you're going to get the most rejection. And so with that, I've been able to improve my ability to accept rejection. It was really hard at first. It wasn't easy, but I also have a very nice team that was able to help me to get through it. But that helped me the most, just going out there and doing things, saying my pitch, doing what I need to do, and then people saying no. Some people just being completely uninterested, or them having objections and having to overcome them, and then them still saying no. So that I would say is my biggest thing. Rejection therapy is a thing to where you will go out and do something with the purpose of just getting the answer no. What I would recommend is doing rejection therapy. It could be little by little every day, but just normalizing and numbing yourself to rejection, numbing yourself to people saying no to you or people reacting strangely to the things that you say. But number two, I learned that I'm not as awkward as I think. These things happen in everyday life. There's a lot of things that are regular that I was just overthinking, and I thought that I was so special that I was the only one. I wasn't the only one. Like, it's very normal. And so just different things, like if you say a joke, say people don't laugh, or you say something and people can't hear what you said, or when you say something sometimes and people aren't interested in what you say. Now, sometimes that's okay, and that happens sometimes. That's completely normal. That happens to everybody. It's not some sort of thing to where you're this special person that is just perfect all the time. Nobody is. And I just overanalyzed myself. My third tip for you guys is going to be listening to podcasts that help with your mindset shifts, because there are a lot of mindsets that I had that did not allow me to become a person who takes risks, or a person who is going to say something when they feel fear to, or just not somebody who is the way that I am now. Just very negative thinking of the worst possible scenario every time I decided I might want to say something, and just allowing my overthinking to completely shut down me even trying to say anything. With my sales job or with rejection therapy, what would happen is you would just understand that this just happens sometimes. And sometimes you'll actually be surprised at, when doing rejection therapy, you will be surprised, just as I've been in my job, at pitching somebody or asking somebody an outlandish question, and they'll say yes. And you'll be like, oh, that'll be like the light switch that turns everything on for you. That was what it was for me. And rejection therapy will work the exact same way because it's the exact same thing. It's just a different scenario. Podcasts like Mel Robbins' podcast is amazing. It also emphasizes the shortness of life, and that's also really important and has helped me along the way. I would say Leo Skepi, I love him down. His mindset shifts are very good. He has a more pick yourself up by your bootstrings type mentality, or a more hard mentality. It's less soft. Mel Robbins is a little bit more like motherly and nurturing. Now, Leo's is a bit more blunt. It's still kind. He's not being rude. He's not being disrespectful. He's not suggesting that you suppress your feelings or anything. It's just a more blunt way to express it versus Mel Robbins, who is more motherly, nurturing perspective. So just whichever one you like. Leo Skepi and Mel Robbins are my tops. I love them down. I listen to them every morning, and there are a lot of quotes from them that I keep with me when I'm doing things, just to remember that everything doesn't have to go bad. Things will go amazing. A lot of times, the more you put yourself out there to get rejected, you learn so much more about yourself, and you're so much more likely to be successful. So from me to you, I pray that you stay out of your comfort zone, that you don't allow your comfort zone to control you, because you will not be happy, and you might live in anxiety like I used to. And the best thing that I can say for you is just to go out and get rejected as quickly as possible. That is the solution to your fears. And with changing your mindset, it's not easy, it's not quick, but when you do something consistently over a period of time, it will pay off. Don't give up, keep going, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Bye. Thank you for staying with me.